All right, so here we got my 1987 Mustang notchback, and as you can see, the paint is the worst part of this whole car. The car has all original paint except the hood's been resprayed. They did a really good job doing that. But the story is this car was egged by a bunch of teenagers, and this is surface rust. It's very minimal. And they can literally like wipe it off with your fingers. It's so not even there. It got egged by a bunch of kids, and then it sat in a yard. No one knew it got egged until the owner walked out and found out that someone egged their car. And the paint is pretty bad on a lot of these old Fords anyway, especially if they spend a lot of time outside or they see a lot of rain. But it's pretty good overall. It's just seeing through on the primer in some areas, and I'll do another walk around getting a little bit closer look at the body. It's not really the right time to be taking a video, but it's kind of the only time I got. But it's very straight. You can see there's like not even a single ding or dent on it, except for just like a couple little door dings here and there. The front bumper valance down there is perfect. And water on the ground is, I just washed it and drove it on the freeway to dry it. So there's no leaks whatsoever in the car. That's just water dripping off the car. Original headlight lenses that aren't faded. It's incredible to see them in this condition. It's really straight. The plastic isn't even warping. They usually bend right here, but these are still straight. Original wire hubcaps. I put brand new Uniroyal Tiger Paws on there. When I got this car, it still had the original rear tires on it. They were very dry rotted and very cracked. Pinch welds are almost perfect on this side. It's a little crunched on one side, on the other side, but looks very straight and very clean. It's got 51,000 original miles on it, or 52 I think now, so I've been driving it and having a lot of fun with it. There's a little tiny ding here somewhere, but it's really hard to find. Original door handles, they're still plastic, they haven't broken yet. Original taillight lenses in perfect shape. There's a little bit of water on them still. Me washing it. License plate light lenses aren't even cracked or broken or anything. Rear bumper isn't sagging or warping at all. It's perfect. It's a perfect candidate to turn into a Coyote swap car or a 5.0 swap or whatever you want to do. There's one little ding right there. You can kind of see it. It's in that area. Other than that, there's one on the door too. You can kind of see it. Other side. Sorry about the low light. I can probably take another video tomorrow. And there's someone lifted it from the wrong area right there. Also, that water is dripping from the air conditioning condenser vent because the air conditioning works perfectly in this car. If you don't believe me, I can show you. And there's no light. You can't see it, but I'll show you from the engine bay. I put a brand new windshield in it because the previous owner hit a big stick on the freeway and it cracked it. But if you can take a look, I replaced it with a Ford brand new one. Also, there's a little bit of a dent in the roof. Let me focus here. Little bit of dent right there. You can barely see it. There's another little tiny one right there. The glass is in absolutely amazing condition. This is pretty normal for these cars. These quarter windows, they make them really shitty from the factory. And if the car sits outside or stays too hot, they just do that. It's kind of unfortunate. The interior is pretty damn close to immaculate as you're gonna get for something that's a car that's this old, that's been driven quite a bit. I need to vacuum it, but the woman that I bought this car from was a little bit on the heavy side, so she kind of messed up the bolster on this side. You can buy a kit from LMR that replaces these two pieces of foam, but this piece is the only piece that needs to be replaced, since the seats are in such good condition. And see right in there. In focus there. Oh, it's got 54,000 now. Okay, I've been driving it more than I thought. The dash is absolutely perfect. Come on. There we go. Really, really nice. Center console is perfect, not cracked or anything. This is broken just like on every single Mustang ever. The headliner is absolutely flawless. The back seat is perfect. And that's a little bit of dirt, actually. That'll come out. Package tray is in really good shape. Back pieces back there. Quarter panels are perfect. Interior quarter plastics are absolutely flawless. I'll show you under the hood. Show you the motor. And the doors open and close perfectly. They don't sag at all. They have the original hinge pins in there. They're still open and close perfectly. Same with the passenger side. And the panel looks great. Crank windows still function properly. The original power door locks still work, which is almost unheard of for these cars. I'll show you the engine. Give me just a second. Right there. Original 2.3. I put a new alternator and battery on it because it was having some charging issues, and got that figured out. Let's see if you can kind of see down there. Right down there is the pipe for the air conditioning vent. It's right down there. I'm pointing my finger at it. Can't really see it, but it is down there. Look it up. It's not leaking any fluids or anything. That's just water. But yeah, it's pretty much one of the nicest Foxes. It's the nicest Fox I've ever owned, for sure. I've owned 11 of these cars, counting this one. And this is by far the nicest condition one that I've ever had. It sucks that the paint is bad though, but paint jobs aren't too expensive these days for a decent one. Depends on how nice you want it, really. Let me start this thing up so you can give it a listen. If I can find my keys here. Hang on. There we go. Okay. Oops. No warning lights. Seatbelt light comes on and off with the seatbelts because that still works, which is surprising. Feel that. Air conditioning works perfectly. The original radio works flawlessly. The speakers actually do sound pretty good still. This is a non-tape player radio, which I didn't even know was an option on these cars. It's very strange. The only thing, the cruise control doesn't work. Neither does the horn, and I think they're related, but I haven't looked into it too much. Here. The engine will listen. Runs like a top. Cruising down the freeway. 30 miles an hour. Read it nicely. Make any sort of noise or anything weird. One more little thing I'll show you. You go in here. Both of these original releases still work. The fuel door release works, and trunk release still works perfectly. Came with the original Ford dealer, what do you call it? Windshield sun visor, whatever the hell it's called. You know what I mean. You look under here, absolutely flawless paint, no rust at all. Everything is literally perfect, like as it left the factory. You go down in here, move this guy. This carpet is in really good shape too. Nothing's warped or bent or beat on or anything. You go down under here, though that guy, it's got a little mold on it, but that's typical of cars that are in the Northwest their whole life. Got the original spare that's never even been bolted on the car. It's fucking amazing. Like, look at the holes for the bolts, untouched. And I'll get another video of this thing on the lift so you can take a look underneath and at everything there, but there is literally no rust on this car. The only thing that could even be considered as rust is just this spot on the roof, and you could literally take a Scotch-Brite pad and you can get this off and it'll be bare metal again. You can spray some primer on it, but that's the point. But yeah, there she is.